Hi guys, Mitch Bennett out, and today I'm going to be kitbashing these 3 Infernus Marines that I got for, I believe, trading in some models. I don't remember, but I'm going to turn these into a personal kill team for my Snow Wolves, known as the Lone Wolves. I believe I'll be using another, and possibly a heavy intercessor, and even potentially a Sister of Battle, just to bring it all together and show that I want to bring into the Sisters of Battle into this. So I'll be doing that. Hope you guys enjoy. If you like this kind of kit bashing content, please leave a like down below and tell me what you guys want to see. I would love to hear feedback, anything you guys have. I would love to hear it. All right, let's get straight into it. Hope you guys enjoy. I start by disassembling the 4 Infernus Marines for this video. As you already know, I do not like the sculpts of these Infernus Marines, so I think I'm going to turn them into my own personal chapter kill team, aka the Lone Wolves. I start by removing the Aquila and any iconography off these models. Due to them being a single miniature sprue pieces, all 3 of them, they had very little iconography other than the crest on the chest. I then take little bits of extra sprue I had and place them into the belt where the belt buckle would be, as these models do not have a belt buckle. I take an old power pack, cut off the vents, or I forget what they are, and replace them with newer ones to give it a little bit of a different aesthetic and style, also silhouette as well. I did it into my bits box and found different weapons to add these instead of the flamers or flamethrowers. I'm not exactly sure what they are. After finding spare bits and all sorts of different parts, I grabbed my green stuff and attempted to use a mold I made earlier that day to potentially make hoods for these models, but the hood didn't work out, and so I scrapped that idea and just used a hooded head I used for the mold. Then I glue a few pouches and things onto the model to match it on with my banner art and things I do for my Space Marines. As these ones are known as the Lone Wolves, they are they're not outcasts, but they prefer to work more alone, and they work for longer periods in time doing specific missions. So therefore they carry their own gear, they stock up and they carry it for months on end. And they usually survive on scraps and things they find, which is why I mix matched a whole bunch of things together to make these models. They are quite. I personally enjoyed this little process, but as I do every video, I enjoy the kit bashing process and the painting, so I don't mind this at all. Just finding different pouches to add to the other 2 models to give them a cohesive look throughout them, because these are all individuals but still the same unit. So they try to keep a little bit of mix and match, keep it all together to make them look the same. I destroy these bases because I don't like them that much, and I wanted to put them on my own bases that I've made previously. So I'll be doing that instead of using these these pre-sculpted ones. I also look for specifically broken skulls to signify that they have taken damage and they're older than the other Marines, just to add some character to them. But still, at last, as I do with all my Snow Wolves, I put a skull on the chest to signify they have been blooded. If they don't have a skull, they have not been blooded, therefore they have not killed their first thing, and they are a pup. Like a brand new recruit that still needs to do as they're told until they first killed on their own, without any help from either an elder or a standard snow wolf. I take bits and bobs from old sprues. I take this gun from a heavy intercessor's box that I have laying around, and we'll have to finish off either sooner or later. Not sure just yet, but yeah. I go with this nice standard ease pose because I think this character will be more the brainiac and would prefer to save his rounds than be constantly opening fire. Much more laid back than his captain, who carries the giant Mjolnir axe, or power axe I believe it is. It reminds me of Mjolnir, or well, a fan fiction I saw a while back of a Mjolnir design, fan art not fanfic, fan art of a Mjolnir axe, or in the Marvel Universe, Stormbreaker. I like this idea, and so I wanted to keep it for this character, as he's like the old school knight that's like come back to serve, and yeah. With each of these models, I try to give them different weapons, different characteristics to make them not all exactly the same, as they are technically the same model, just I'm reposing and then changing up bits. Now looking back at the footage and everything, I really should have made one of them at least have a leg up to give him that heroic look, and then probably put some like cork or something underneath its foot to make it look like a tactical rock. But I did not do that, so I do regret that a little bit, but what can I do now? But even though, I still do enjoy these models, so I don't mind it. I changed little bits here and there to make sure everything looks alright and fits together. Trying to give everyone a different pose, trying to give them all their individuality. And I think I did that quite well with these, even though they were literally 3 of the same sprue, same sculpted model, so I don't mind it, and it worked out quite well for me. I took a shield from the Lionel shield because I didn't use it when I did Kitbash, when I made my conversion of him. So I took this and tried to remove as much of the Aquila as possible, like iconography as possible. I wasn't able to get rid of all of it, so I took out the good old fashioned sprue glue and, well, tried to use that to get as much of it off, or at least hide it. It worked out better in my head, but now once it dries, I'm hoping it will properly shave away. My original idea was to give the shield to the commander of the squad, which is the one holding the axe, so he had an axe and shield. But the shield hand didn't work out well with the body, so I just clipped the hand, and now he's going to be like a back piece. So he has a shield, but he's doesn't use it. Here I work on the first Sister of Battle for the Snow Wolves, or Sister of Snow I call them. It's the same process as everything else. I removed the iconography. I chose a few bits from a Adeptus Astorities, I think it is, box to make this. I just picked out random bits that look like they would work well together and help match her in with the unit. I think I did a quite good job at it. Then I went on to make my heavy unit, which will be a heavy intercessor. So I got him out, and it's as I do with all these other models, remove the aquila or the crest, I don't know actually know what it is, but iconography off of it. Smoothed it out, made a nice and look, added a skull, and then built it as instructed. And the difference is I gave it a grenade arm instead of a carrying its rifle in two hands. This way it looks a bit more like he's trying to cover fire so he can rush in. I think it looks good. If you guys don't like it, please let me know in the comments below so I can help make my content better for you. Also, if you guys want to see more content like this or upcoming projects I'm working on, check out my Instagram. It's linked in the description below. Go over, check it out, and give me a follow. Here I pull out the green stuff texture plate, which is a short fur one because I'm not very good at sculpting fur. I've tried so many different techniques. I can't get it right, so I'll just use this texture plate. It was just a simple process of just squish it, mold it to the body, and then hopefully have enough. I did drop a piece, so I had to go hunting for that. When I found it, I just continued with the green stuff. I gave the captain a sort of like a extra part of his belt. It's just like a rear pelt guard thing. I'm not exactly sure what you'd call it. Like a cloak piece. With the Sister of Snow, I actually intentionally put it to her back to continue the flow of the dress part. It looked quite well. Here are the final products. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you want to see more like this, please hit the like button. Please consider subscribing. And leave a comment down below with your feedback. Hope you guys have enjoyed this Kitbash, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, I'll release me painting these and doing basing very soon. Hope you guys enjoy. See you in the next one. Bye.